Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading. So I know I have not looked at in a while Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Okay, there is some things going on that are kind of crazy. It's been a little bit since I visited it, but you know what? The story keeps going and going. It does not come to an end. It certainly didn't end at the court case. There is so much drama, so many things with even YouTube creators being attacked by Amber Heard fans. I know Umbrella Guy is a big one, Popcorn Planet. They've been, dealing with all kinds of drama and stuff. But, I'll tell you, the Umbrella Guy thinks it's funny. He's kind of a, he just, I don't know. He handles it quite well. And so you could kind of check their content. They're kind of interesting. He's kind of a mystery character that is, he does some stuff. He just thinks it's funny. But anyway, but there's a whole lot going on, but this is what we're going to focus on. So recently, Amber Heard, she's not doing good. She's not doing good at all, and we know that. Obviously, for her to get a job again, highly unlikely. It's not looking good. But there's even issues with apparently the insurance companies that she has. She has a couple of insurance companies that are supposed to pay legal fees and things like that. They're trying to get out of having to pay or get money back or whatnot, because they're saying, certain things she did were like willful, malicious, and because of that, they should not have to pay. So she's going through some stuff with that, and now she's filing bankruptcy. So let's talk about that. That's what I'm going to focus on today, especially is the bankruptcy. And so basically, she has just recently, I believe it was July 20th, filed bankruptcy, kind of saying she can't pay, she doesn't have the money, she's broke. That's what it comes down to. But this is something that I posted in community. I posted this about a month ago. So this is right, whenever, definitely after the Johnny Depp case. Somebody named Robert Barnes from Barnes Law had put this on his Twitter, actually June 1st, 2022. Okay, and what he said is, because maybe he's psychic. Okay, bad news for Amber Heard. Bankruptcy Code Section 523A6 prevents a debtor from obtaining the discharge of any debt for willful and malicious injury by the debtor to another. In other words, her $8 million plus debt to Johnny Depp must be paid in full and cannot be discharged by bankruptcy. So I don't know how she thinks that she could possibly get this discharge, but that's what she's trying to do. Okay, that's right there. Here it is. If you can read that, I'm going to have the evidence right there. That's what he said, and he's a lawyer. Okay, it's right there in the bankruptcy clause. If you do stuff like it can't be discharged, is what it says. So I don't even know why she's trying. I don't even know what she's trying if it's already there that it can't be discharged. But one of the things I was reading in some articles that maybe with the bankruptcy that it could delay paying the debt possibly. Okay, maybe there's something there that it could do. Okay, so there's a little bit, but let me go ahead and look at that just real quick. Amber Heard files bankruptcy. Okay, yeah, and there's all kinds of articles and stuff, and I know some people are worried. Oh my God, what if she just got out of it? That, and I just, like I said, I showed you the code right there. I posted that right when this case was done. And I must have been feeling that this was going to happen. I posted it for a reason. I always just something about it. Let's talk about bankruptcy, okay? And stuff. So, just various articles are on here. And I really don't see. Yeah, and here's one. This is Cinema Blend. Let me see what it says. Could Amber Heard just file for bankruptcy to avoid paying Johnny Depp? Okay, so let's see here. And this is Cinema Blend or something. Messy celebrity divorces, we know that. Okay, so let me just see what they say. I don't want to read too much from articles. I just want to get to the reading. I don't want this to be very long, but sometimes I get a little carried away. 10 million is a truly unsurmountable sum of money for most people, including celebrities like Amber Heard. She's not Johnny Depp. He's got a lot of money. Now, he would have been worth more money, but apparently he lost a lot of money over the years, the poor guy. but he's starting to make money. Money is just starting to come in. He's been selling this art, and he's breaking website. Some website he was on selling art, it just crashed the website. Okay, so he's doing well. Johnny Depp is doing real good. He's enjoying it. Okay, I know he is. He deserves it. He deserves it. I'm sorry. Her lawyer has gone on record saying she won't be able to pay those millions of dollars, with the legal team continuing to attempt some appeals. But could bankruptcy help Amber Heard? According to a report in Law and Crime, the short answer is no. Unfortunately, Amber Heard declaring bankruptcy won't help her avoid paying Johnny Depp over the defamation. It said going this route might help slow down the payments. So, see, there it is. I'm about to, excuse me, I knew it was coming. And with Heard's legal team continuing to make appeals over the verdict, this might be able to buy her some time as well. So a lot of this is really, that's why I'm saying, what is the point? What is the point? You're going to have to pay. Except it looks like, but we're going to throw down cards just in case. What if there's something I don't know, you know? And with Heard's legal team continue to make appeals over verdict by time, and clearly the ongoing legal battle isn't going to end anytime soon. It's ridiculous. And then if she's going to, remember we talked about, maybe there's talk of a book. That's in Reed's way past. We talked about that. You know, I think she's stupid enough she may do a book. Because this is what I'm kind of wondering where she's at. This is just something I'm thinking. Okay, say I'm Amber Heard and I'm like, okay, I owe Johnny Depp $10 million. Okay, and there's a lot of people who would love to sign me for a book, and I could talk about all kinds of stuff, you know, to kind of, you know, give my side of the story and all that, right? And obviously if she's going to talk about Johnny Depp doing this, that's more defamation. We're probably going to get sued. But say if I make, I don't know, let's just say I make $100 million on books and stuff. Could he get $100 million from me in a lawsuit and stuff like that? So maybe I'll make out okay. Maybe a jury would award, you know, $50 million, but I kind of come out with a little bit of cash. I still got a little something I can pay back my debt and put a little, you know, maybe 30, 40 million in the bank. She could be trying to think in those terms, or be being advised that, like, you can make so much money and stuff, you know, and everything. So, but I would also think that if I was Johnny Depp and their legal team, that they could kind of, maybe there is a way that they could put a stop on even being able to publish. You know, they may have some kind of cease and desist or something that, no, you can't even publish. If you do that, this is going to happen. Maybe sue the publishers. So I would think that, so that could be why she's kind of playing with the idea, listening to people. But I would think his legal team could do something like that to prevent it from even being published, even to the point maybe suing publishers over doing something like that. Just some kind of things. But I know she's thinking about it, and there's been talk about it. Okay, so here's something. This report came before Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's most recent appeals regarding the defamation case. Heard's lawyers have been attempting to have the verdict thrown out, obviously through a number of different strategies, which there was one even I predicted. The juror number 15 I told you was going to go nowhere. It's in there in evidence you can follow, okay? It went nowhere. Okay, Depp most recently filed his own appeal. Now, I guess he has to kind of do that. There's a certain process. There are some legal things that kind of talk about even appealing the $2 million. Because she's doing this, there's a certain thing. I don't think he really cares all about the $2 million. I think Johnny Depp really just wants to go on with his life, but he was probably advised to as a counter because of what she's doing, okay? The Pirates of the Caribbean's actor team offered a statement which explained their reasoning, okay? The verdict speaks for itself, and Mr. Depp believes that this is a time for both parties to move on with their lives and heal. But if Ms. Heard is determined to pursue further litigation by appealing the verdict, Mr. Depp is filing a concurrent appeal to ensure that the full record and all legal issues are considered by the Court of Appeal. So see, potentially, yeah, you know, she could do appeal, somehow get that money up and everything, and then maybe she loses, but what if he wins and he doesn't have to pay $2 million? Okay, so now she's going to be, you know, she's going to have to come up with that 10 completely, and she's not going to get a $2 million cushion. That can happen, okay? That they could kind of go through, because apparently it wasn't even Johnny Depp of some kind of, thing, defamation, she wanted 2 million, but I think a former manager or something, I would have to look into that deeper. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment, but he could potentially, it could happen. It depends how karma is going to act in this case. And appeal contests the 2 million, and there it is, that Johnny Depp was ordered to pay. But that would be crazy if he ended up winning an appeal and they let that 2 million go off Johnny Depp's back. That would really be a stick it to Amber Heard of after all this stuff she's doing. Okay, it's like, nope, 2 million. Now you got to cover that because you don't get a $2 million break win in your favor now. That would really bite. Okay, so there's a whole lot going on here. Now, yeah, and I guess I guess we could touch on it. I might as well in the read. So let's just kind of talk about. Let me get some articles. Amber Heard's insurance companies suing.
According to ABC7 Los Angeles, CNS, Amber Heard's insurers
She's just got so much bad luck,
Los
guys.
Angeles,
And I don't mean to laugh.
court
I want to
that
be
the
careful
actress'
not to laugh
policy
because I don't want
does
to,
not cover any of the $8.3
you know,
million in losses ex-husband
just wait until
Johnny
it
Depp
stops
won
talking.
against her in their highly publicized defamation trial, according to court documents obtained Monday.
I just can't believe how much. None of this. See, this is one of the things I've said before. None of this had to happen. None of this had to happen. Okay, she has just to have created all of this drama and put it on herself. Like she somehow thought she had a plan and she was going to use him, destroy him, and step on his back and elevate herself, you know, in the Me Too movement and become a star, and everybody look at her, oh, look at Amber Heard, and be so inspired, or whatever kind of goals she had, and just destroy him in the same process. How she, you know, and all this happening, she did all of this to herself. And it's just amazing that, you know, this should be a good lesson. You know, if you ever have a breakup, this, that, whatever, you know, it's just best to part ways on good terms. Let it be. Don't try to do stuff. Karma is a serious thing here. You know, the way it can be. Karma can be a good thing. When you do good things can come to you. We know that. But when you do stuff like this can happen. And now, I mean, she's in this hole. Okay, and let's talk about it. So, Los Angeles, and this was on July 11th. Amber Heard's insurer is suing the actress in Los Angeles, alleging in federal court that the actress policy does not cover any of the $8.3 million in losses that ex-husband Johnny Depp won against her, you know, in the defamation. Okay, so they're, you know, they don't want to pay any of it and stuff. New legal battle. Yep, it's coming up. So let me kind of pull up and see if I can find a good one. And I believe there may be some lawyer fees. So let me just kind of go, okay, this is Fox 11. Yep, Amber Heard's insurer is suing the actress in Los Angeles, and I believe she has two of them, though. Alleging in federal court, actress policy does not cover any of the $8.3 million in losses Johnny Depp won. Okay, so they're fighting her on this. While Amber Heard, whom the insurer says lives in the Los Angeles area, had a $1 million liability policy with New York Marine and General Insurance, the policy does not cover willful misconduct, which is exactly what the jury in the defamation case found she was liable for. Okay, the insurance company has said the jury found the defamation Heard committed against the Pirates of the Caribbean star was both willful and malicious. She's been found guilty, and when you're found guilty, that's the way it is. Okay, there's nothing you can do. You're found guilty. And so Depp is, and we know. Okay, we don't have to. You know, we know that he won and everything. So in the lawsuit, New York Marine is asking a federal judge to order that the insurer be absolved of any duty to pay for Heard's defense in the defamation case, that it not be required to pay the multi-million-dollar judgment Johnny Depp won against her, and that it not have to pay any costs of ongoing litigation associated. They want to pay nothing toward it. Okay, and I'm sure she got this insurance in advance, okay, of all the, you know. The defamation case was filed in Virginia because computer servers from Washington Post at its printing plant are located there. That's why it was in Virginia, if anybody didn't know. And papers filed Friday. Heard's attorneys are asking for a mistrial. Okay, that's old news. We know they didn't get a mistrial. Okay, so this is kind of where it's at. So we're gonna let's look at a couple things. And I could have sworn the second insurance company was also going to do it, but maybe I'm not sure. There's probably some. Maybe they'll announce it later because I know there's two of them. So one, we definitely want to look at, yes, this insurance company that gets out at, like if they can pull back, any kind of covering of legal fees or any part of defamation and everything, and they're probably going to win. Okay, I'm just saying they're probably going to win because she's been found guilty. And they do have some things in their verbiage. If there's any kind of willful stuff, they shouldn't have to pay, okay? If you go off and commit a crime, we shouldn't have to, and why should we fund you? If you willfully do something, this is not an accidental and your insurance covers you, kind of thing. So this is some big stuff. So we'll look at that. We'll look at that, but let's look at the bankruptcy. So yeah, there's all this. This is karma in action. Be a good person. Be a good person, guys. Don't do bad things to people. If you're ever mad at somebody, you have a breakup. Don't do bad things to people. Just it's just I send you away with love. Goodbye, and stuff like that. But if they're gonna fight you on that, get a good lawyer. And stuff if you ever have to deal. Because I know I've read from people that have to deal. Let's kind of go ahead and look at it and kind of see. So we're going to focus first. Let's focus on the bankruptcy, and then we'll do kind of a shorter read to kind of look at that insurance company. We'll throw that in and stuff. The money is, whew, God, just to think, just what a mess you made of your life. It didn't have to happen. She could have just, say the divorce, got your $7 million, go on with your life, make Aquaman, make money. Could have did okay. But had to stick it to Johnny Depp, and here we are. Okay, so let's kind of focus. Sometimes I just am blown away. This case really blows me away, and I'm glad to see he's doing good. But yeah, there's so much drama. The Amber Heard supporters are kind of bizarre, and the way they've tried to come after the YouTubers, just. It's so much drama. I try to stay out of that kind of stuff and just, deal with this. Okay. Now, my bankruptcy card is and I have done bankruptcy reads, is normally the death card. I mean, she can still file bankruptcy and be declared bankrupt, but as far as discharging this debt, just don't see how that could happen. There's that ruin card. I see it peeking at me. That was her card. She did it to herself. She stabbed her own self in the back. This is not Johnny Depp trying to destroy her. He really just wants to go on with his life. And like I said, that's why I explained. That's the only. I could potentially look at the $2 million. I don't know if he could get out of that though. The $2 million in his part of the appeal. But like I said, he's only doing it because she's doing it. I'm sure he was advised to do a counter appeal. And really, I feel, and I told you guys earlier, I almost feel that if Amber Heard just kind of sent something, from her lawyers, that she will just leave Johnny Depp alone. Okay? Not speak of him, go on with her life. Please forgive the debt. And she agreed in writing to never speak of him again. He probably would forgive the debt, but she's too stubborn to do that. She's too stubborn. She has to go on with the lie. She has to go on with the lie. But he probably, because he's a good, kind-hearted person, if she just said a thing from a lawyer, that Amber Heard's agrees, cease, desist, not write any books, not do any articles, not speak of Johnny Depp ever again, he would probably just let it go. He would. Because that's what he wants. He gained, he won in court, he won in the court of public opinion, and he just wants her to stop. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and cut it. Let's see for those even curious about Amber Heard and her woes. Okay, so the very first card is Seven of Cups. I don't know why this is coming up. I know this could be my addiction kind of card. So this is the debauch card and everything. So, I kind of feel there might be some issues with her. She's having a hard time. She may be falling into some of her own addictions herself. just a little bit of that kind of energy and stuff. But also, this card can be also about choices. I do want to put that in there. And another thing, Seven of Cups can be about just not dealing in reality. Okay, and just not necessarily dealing in reality. That we're sitting here trying to, make certain choices and doing certain things here. But I really get she is kind of detached from reality kind of situation. Certain things are just off the wall. Here, it's real hard to explain, but it's like she is not seeing things as they are. She is not God. Does she almost believes some of this stuff? At this point, you keep lying and lying and lying, and it's just weird kind of situation here. It's incredibly bizarre, but I feel she's kind of falling into just this deep, toxic. I mean, look at it's an ugly card in this deck. Some kind of deep toxic kind of illusion. Just not dealing with reality. And a lot of with the Knight of Swords is a cruelty card. So one of the things, this is one of the big things. She is a cruel type of person. Let's face it, she is a cruel type of person, and I feel there is something in her that wants to just continue to be a thorn in his side. She is butthurt over the way everything has evolved and all that and everything. And a lot of it, that's her energy. Look at that, just the cruelty card. This is what she did, but a lot of this karmic stuff is coming back to her. Okay, and she's trying to wiggle out of it in some way. I don't know if she's got some weird thing in there. She thinks he deserves, all this bad stuff or whatever somehow justifies. It is ridiculous. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead. So we've got that sorrow card, that Three of Swords. Really, that's also just kind of the way, the relationship. I feel a lot of that really Johnny Depp, that did come up, the heartache and everything. The man's just trying to heal. Let the man heal. Okay, and stuff, it definitely, she's probably got her own kind of heartache, but she did it to herself. Now we talked about there's the death card, okay, and that can be symbol for the bankruptcy. So let's kind of go ahead and look at that. We got Three of Swords. How is that going to manifest though? Like I said, she could still file bankruptcy, but can she discharge the debt? I'm finding it hard to believe, guys. I just don't have that. See, we've got that completion card, energy and stuff, and I feel like that's one of the things Johnny Depp just wants us to be over with, kind of energy. Everything is already finalized in the case. It's done. Fighting this is just not going to be possible. Even with the Hierophant can be sometimes representative of a judge. So let's kind of go ahead and look at that energy. I said all this was all finalized. That strife, that conflict. Okay, just keeping this going with Johnny Depp. I really feel she just wants to keep it going there. So we've got that disappointment card. She's definitely not happy with, the way the results of this. But everything is kind of stuck, suspended at the moment, with the Hangman. A lot of things, one things she's trying to do an appeal and all this, everything. She's really kind of the stuck one, though when I kind of look at it, she's trying to wiggle out of this jam that she's in, with that Hangman. She's trying to wiggle out of that jam and stuff, but either appeal or what can I do to get out of this debt? She's stuck with it. So this is what this makes me feel the Hangman is saying, as this is coming up in the immediate future. She's stuck with the debt. You're going to have to deal with it. You can't get off the cross. You're going to have to deal with it. Okay? So far, so she could file. So if she's got little debts like credit cards or crap, like she could discharge that stuff. I don't know what kind of, maybe she owes out a car or maybe, that kind of thing. But getting out of this with that Hangman, that makes me feel you're stuck with it. Okay, it's stuff you can't wiggle out of this debt. So I don't feel she could discharge this debt. And I showed, like I said, if you look in my community, I showed you that shows the law and everything. A lot of what she's got to do, Eight of Pentacles, she's gonna have to get a job. Spirit has to have a sense of humor. She's gonna have to try to land some kind of work, okay, to pay some bills. That's what it's got. See, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The Eight of Cups can be the walk. Just cut my losses and walk away. I feel really Johnny Depp is just. I wish he'd just cut her losses, walk away. I really feel he would probably give her a break on that. And if she would just stop trying to, slander, libel, both, I guess we could say, saying that he is this abuser, he would probably let it go. Just knowing his spirit, he doesn't need the money. Really, he doesn't. And he knows the odds of ever seeing it. How you can't get blood out of a turnip, but he just wants her to walk away and go on with her life, and she just won't do it. And so she won't do it. Matter of fact, let's kind of pull. Yeah, we got that justice. She wants to continue to take it to court. I don't want to walk away from all this and accept this, this responsibility. I'm going to keep going to court. I'm going to fight it and all that stuff. That's kind of where she's at. So let's kind of look at her. Where is she at? Feelings, emotions, attitudes, her kind of position. Change. She definitely wants change. She wants this all change and everything. Absolutely. I've also got the happiness card. I feel one of the things though, just she wants to be happy. This is kind of, and but of course, she's not. But look at that power. She wants power and everything. A lot of it even over Johnny Depp and that kind of situation. And so also the Nine of Cups is wanting to get her wish and everything like that. She wants to be successful. I really feel a lot of this. When I'm kind of, let me pull up here what Spirit's trying to say. A lot of this whole drama really with Johnny Depp, obviously to be successful, to be accomplished. The Nine of Cups can also represent that. Look at my accomplishments. Kind of, he's got the little gloating thing. She wanted to be successful. She wanted to have power. These are things that she wanted, and they didn't go there. And she's still trying to figure out a way to do it. She's still trying to figure out a way to be successful, make money, have power, especially in Hollywood media, all that stuff. And everything. She wants to be happy. She wants to get her wish and everything. And she's hoping she can change, the verdict, of course. Okay. So let me just kind of go ahead and look there. I'm going to go one more on there. But yes, oppression. I just laid over all of that. I'm the oppressed one. I'm the poor Amber Heard. I'm oppressed. Okay. It's up social media. Everyone's oppressing me. Everybody, and all this. I'm a victim. But then she says, no, don't call me a victim. Yeah, right. The truth came out in court. And I really feel, a lot of this, the truth came out in court. That's just the way it is. Ace of Swords. It's up the Tower. This whole thing is a disaster. This is all a disaster, the way it's gone. And I know they want to throw it all out. Her team is trying to throw out the truth. And once the truth is out, you can't argue with it. You can't argue with it. And the team has just been, trying to throw it out. The Tower can represent that also. Throw it out. And so that's what they want. Outcome. Seven of Wands, that could, obviously her team trying to fight it and all that. But I really feel they're not going to be able to get anywhere with that Hangman energy coming up when this is all kind of comes into court. And so she's stuck with it. Is basically, she's stuck with it. They're not going to throw out the debt. And really, if she would just kind of sit there, she's kind of at the crossroad, and she would just kind of go on, make the right decision. I don't know how she could possibly be successful in Hollywood after all this again. I just am not seeing how it's humanly possible. Of course, she has some supporters, but not enough to fill theater seats and buy tickets to her movies. There are a lot of people, and I am very curious. I guess just for my own thing, how well is Aquaman 2 going to do? Now, I know there's a lot of Jason Momoa fans, and I really like that. I think he's a good guy. And that may be more empathetic, like, what, I don't want to, I want to see Aquaman. I'm sure there's some people that are fans of his that don't necessarily want that guy to suffer, because of what happened. But still, there's a lot of Johnny Depp fans who are like, I don't want to support this movie if they're going to give her any kind of airtime, So, and I like Jason Momoa. I would love to see Aquaman, but I don't think I want to support Amber Heard myself. Just kind of my thing. I think she should have been cut out of the movie. I that's what I'm saying. That's just my own opinion, and everything. Everybody's entitled. But yeah, look at that Hangman. I feel it's just, she's going to be stuck with it. She's trying to wiggle. I see that's what, trying to wiggle out. And really the message of the Hangman is just sometimes you got to surrender. Surrender to the, to the divine and the way things are. And she won't surrender. She definitely is not a surrender type person. But, trying to wiggle out of it and stuff. I know they're trying to have it thrown out, but the truth is there. Now I'm gonna do a little mini read. I'm just gonna do a quickie look about this insurance company and stuff. As far as winning a lawsuit against Amber Heard, boy, just lawsuit after lawsuit. If they'll actually win and be able to get out of paying any of her stuff, as far as definitely any legal fees or any part of this debt. So we'll just do a little quickie look. Like I said, I don't think I need to pull a big thing on this. So like I said, she can file bankruptcy. She can get approved for bankruptcy. They can, pay off like credit cards or certain things, but it doesn't mean that she gets out of that defamation lawsuit. I don't see her getting out of it. Okay. I really didn't see her getting out of it before, but I still want to be open-minded just in case Spirit has to say something there. As everyone's, of course they're going to kind of fight. They're just going to keep on fighting. Just whatever kind of thing, the attorneys are just going to keep fighting for her. And see, you got to understand, her attorney, especially that Elaine, is butthurt they lost. They're really butthurt they lost. It's just crazy. Okay, so this is a focus on the insurance company. Will they win the lawsuit and not have to pay Amber Heard any kind of legal fees or whatnot? Let's kind of go ahead and see. I guess we'll do there's so much completion. Just, people want this to be over. The completion card popping up in there again. Just kind of finalized. But let's kind of look at, okay, change card is popping up. Like I said, I'm just to do that. Queen of Swords energy. Interesting. Now, the Queen of Swords has been Camille for me, just so you know. Just kind of, I wonder if she would help him in some way. Just kind of saying. I got the Prince, okay. Johnny Depp has been, Knight of Wands is his card for me. I know he's Gemini, but he, the fire, the creativity, being an actor, I believe that's why, they show that card. Here's that wealth card. Okay, that's what we got. Oh, we got the disappointment. I'm going to pull one more for it. So let's kind of examine and stuff like that. Okay, so a few things here. Wow, this is a trip. And I may have to pull a little bit of Kipper here. Okay, so we know we got the Johnny Depp is kind of up here. He's the Knight of Wands. He has been my card. So this looks like the Princess of Swords energy. It definitely, that could be kind of like, cutting through to the truth, the chase. We've also got that Two of Swords energy and stuff, which is definitely kind of makes me feel, court's kind of making a choice, mulling over some things there. Queen of Swords, I'm wondering if Camille, I'm not saying she's fighting for the case, but certain things, input that has come through the case, she may actually help in some way this insurance company. As I would like to look a little bit at the world and stuff. World, sun, okay. Yes. Okay, so one of the things I've got the world, but then I've got the sun. For those who follow this read, Johnny Depp's innocence has pretty much been seen all over the world. Okay, that is very fitting. Johnny Depp is at the top. Down here, proven innocent pretty much. In a court of law, everybody agrees that there was, defamation. She's guilty of all kinds of stuff, right? Wealth, that is the big thing, paying out the money. But I've got a change here, which makes me feel a change in the whole kind of thing of what's going to happen as far as kind of paying out. But I've got that kind of disappointment, which makes me feel Amber is going to be disappointed with some things going on. Knight of Swords energy can be kind of, some kind of reckless, especially with obviously the speech. Okay, one of the ways I define sometimes the Knight of Swords energy is to say things without thinking. It can be verbally abusive, can be reckless. The op-ed obviously was all that. Okay, there were a lot of things there that they've got there, and that ruin card. Okay, this has been Amber Heard's card, but really more that she did it to herself. She ruined herself with her own words and actions. I feel kind of looking at this, that especially with the change card underneath wealth, okay, that maybe they agreed at first, they'll pay this out, but once they saw all this stuff come out in court, especially all the world saw this in court, Johnny Depp's innocence, okay, which is what that represents. The case was kind of completed, finalized, ruled the way it did, and so I believe they're going to be able to get out of it. Okay, that they've got a really good case. I feel Camille somehow helps them. And of course, they may like ask her for some like records or certain things that they could see, which they would be able to do that, and stuff like that. So it does look like they would actually win and not have to foot any of the bill. That's crazy. Oh my God. That's just, yeah, because like I said, the Knight of Swords, that's more like I said, speaking without thinking, just being brutal. That's actually my Trump card. And you know how when he gets on Twitter, that's why it's especially been a Trump card. And it is Gemini. He is Gemini. But Knight of Swords has been my card for Trump, anytime I've read in those. And just the things he would say on Twitter when he would just, do his thing. That's him. He just says what he wants to say, And that's kind of what Amber, she just kind of saying what she want to say, without thinking there's any kind of consequences. Well, I guess it's pretty damn expensive if you're talking about Johnny Depp. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and look at that. I'd really like, I've got that community card. A lot of people in various, like social media community and all that. Let's kind of go ahead. Got that official person. Okay, so that makes me feel somebody there. But yeah, see, the family room kind of, she's been kind of going out there trying to talk, spilling the tea. That's what the family room kind of represents. Kind of sitting there talking with people, and so she's done interviews, a couple interviews there, or at least one. And so, and let me just kind of look at that. Yeah, it's just, I'm just not seeing, that, or I mean, I should say I am seeing that they'll be able to throw it out. I'm not seeing that they're going to have to pay her. So she's so we've got a couple problems here. Oh, God. We've got a couple problems here. One, we're not going to be able to discharge debt in bankruptcy. Okay, it's pretty much looking like you're stuck with it. The hangman. You're stuck with it. You might as well surrender to your fate. She keeps struggling, trying, not accepting the fate. This is the way it is. And stuff. This is the way it is. No matter what, you can't get off that cross. You can try to wiggle out of it, do an appeal, you're stuck with it. Okay? And stuff. And especially, but now it looks like we've got that change and everything. We've got that 5 cups and everything. But that ruin, it's still in here. He's been proven innocent. You spoke out of line. Knight of Sword kind of energy. Ruin. This is a blow. So where you want my wealth, you get this. Okay? Where you want the money from the insurance company, you get this. Your SOL. They're going to win in court. Okay? They're not going to have to pay. They're not going to have to pay. So they've already got a little bit of, luckily, something in writing. It looks like, and I know that the lawyers are going to try to spin, but it looks like they may have actually protected themselves. So some crazy things. Want to give an update, throw it out there for anybody still following the case. I know some of you are tired. I still have things pop up, and there's a lot of them. But once in a while, there's something that, let me look at that one. That one might be interesting. But I definitely, when I saw this bankruptcy, and then also knowing with the insurance, I'm like, yeah, I would like to look at that just to let you guys know and stuff. Throw it out there. I hope this helps. Enjoy your Sunday. I should be doing a weekly tarot reading a little bit later. I think I missed it last week, and I will get it on there.